Adam, good morning. We know Brady has made his decision to retire, but yet we have yet to hear from him. What are you hearing as to when he might officially announce this?
Well, good morning, Molly, Stephen A, Michael I, my friend Michael I. Nice to be with you guys.
What up, Adam?
Adam's
And
dude.
essentially, look,
Absolutely.
we're
He's
going to
everybody's
wait.
dude.
We're going to wait to hear the announcement from Tom himself, his timeline, his schedule, whenever he wants to do it. He's still processing everything. But the fact of the matter is he will be retiring here, and he will be moving forward and on with his life. The greatest quarterback that we've ever known, that we've ever seen, arguably the greatest player who's ever played in the NFL, and I would even say one of the Babe Ruth figures of all of sports. And you heard him on his podcast last week, his Let's Go podcast with Jim Gray, talk about how important it is to spend more time with his family, his children. His wife doesn't like seeing him be hit anymore. He's done everything that one man can do at the football level. You used all the records and numbers there, Molly, and there are more beyond that. And the way that he has influenced all his teammates, his coaches, the way he's carried himself as a person. There's so much here beyond just the numbers that are important. But again, he is going to come to this and make the announcement when he is ready to make the announcement. There's a lot to process, a lot to get through, but in the end, that will be the situation with him walking away from the game, the greatest quarterback that we've ever seen.
Adam, thank you so much for being with us, and I know you'll have more on this as it comes out. We will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, yesterday when I saw this come down, I said, is this real? And then I saw Adam Schefter's name, and I was like, oh, okay, this is really happening. Stephen A. Michael, are you surprised he's walking away? Michael, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I am. Well, yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm absolutely surprised. We talked about this last week, and I thought, well, after all of the years you had in New England, and now you get that opportunity to be basically a GM, you know, you get what you want. So I was shocked. And I don't see where Tampa doesn't have a chance to make another run. You hear guys like I interviewed Odell Beckham this week, and he was talking about his great relationship with Tom Brady. I really thought that Tom would be going into those relationships and picking up these free agents and bringing to Tampa and doing something like taking another run at winning another Super Bowl. I was absolutely shocked. Then he started talking about his family and his wife not wanting to see him get hit. Now, I've been in that position. You know, I know what that's like, having a conversation with I want to keep playing, and she's saying, I just can't take it, seeing you get hit anymore. You know, that leaned me in my decision. So I understand that. But I am shocked that he's walking away, and I'm hurt that he's walking away. I see there's a lot of great football still left in him, and I wanted to see it on the football field.
Well, listen, I'm surprised. I'm surprised as well, but only because he kept saying 45, 45, 45. And he's 44, even though he turns 45 in August. He kept saying he was going to play until 45. So I was thinking, I've always thought next year was going to be his last year. Mm-hmm. Having said that, I'm happy he's walking. Yeah. Because he leaves the game still spectacular. He goes out, you're down 27-3. You come back and tie the score. That's how you go out. And they have to go down, and it's a super pass from Stafford to Cooper Kupp that puts them in field goal range so they can kick the winning field goal and L.A. can advance and send the Tampa Bay Buccaneers home. But also some of the things that he had to deal with. Giselle has been on the record revealing years ago, I believe it was 2017, where she said he would come home with concussions, even though he had never been listed as having a concussion. She talked about some of the things that she has to experience at home. And obviously, as his wife, she experiences things with him that none of us ever do. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and he starts talking about his kids and what have you, and then you take into account the kind of year they had in Tampa Bay. You got a guy in Rob Gronkowski that isn't sure he wants to play anymore. Chris Godwin goes down. I know that's a part of the game, of course, but you're one of your big weapons. He goes down. Antonio Brown departs, and he's talking smack, and you know, you showing nothing but class and support for him. Yeah. And even though he ultimately came back and retracted his words, his initial response, you know, was insulting to you, and it had to hurt for you to do all the things that you did for him, and for him to turn around and turn his back and talk about you like that. You do get to a point, particularly when you have a loving wife who you know she's in his ear like, is this the same dude we let in the house? Is this the same dude we've been supporting? Is this the same dude we look out for? When you know that, you're like, then she's like, why are we doing this? What are we still doing? You got 7 Super Bowl rings. You got 5 Super Bowl MVPs. You got 3 league MVPs. You throw for over 84,000 yards. Throw for over 620 touchdowns.
Right.
Like, why are we doing this? Tell me why. And you get to a point where you don't have an answer that's sensible enough to offset what she has thrown in your direction. When that reality hits home and you have a bright future, not just this company, TB12. I mean, Drew Brees is on NBC. Peyton Manning's doing stuff with his brother, okay? Tony Romo is on CBS. You have any idea what Tom Brady can do outside of football? I'm talking about off the field. If he wants to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why,
and he has the production company with Michael Strahan.
Yes.
I'm sure he has a lot of plans.
I'm just saying, you're looking at it and you're going like this. Why are we doing this? You don't have an answer. At some point, you don't have an answer.
I do. I'm going to miss him, but I do think it's the perfect time.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I was thinking about, like, Jim Brown's one of the guys that walked away still on the top. When he left, we was like, man, he still had a lot of football left.
Under his own volition.
And he left early. Tom got a long career, but he left on top with the numbers he put up. We'll still be saying he still had more football in him.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.